Why is it important to understand the historical foundations of Canadian law? First, it is important to understand that the laws of ancient civilizations had an influence on Canadian law. During the ancient times, the people of Mesopotamia lived under the rule of a Babylonian king, Hammurabi. Hammurabi created his code of laws, which consisted of 282 laws in the year 1750 BC. The code of laws encouraged people to accept the authority of a king who was trying to give common rules to govern the subjects' behavior. The Mosaic Law is the document that God gave to Israel through Moses while Moses was on Mount Sinai. The law contained requirements, blessings, and cursings along with an explanation. The law points out God's will for Israel. The law of ancient Rome lasted from the founding of the city in 753 BC until the fall of the Western Empire in the 5th century. It remained in use in the Eastern or Byzantine Empire until 1453. As a legal system, Roman law has affected the development of law in most of the Western civilizations, as well as in parts of the East. It forms the basis of law for most of the countries of continental Europe. It is necessary to understand other cultures and their similarities and differences from our own. For example, in some Islamic countries, a thief can get his hand cut off. It's done to warn the people of the consequences of stealing, and thus preventing further stealing and crime. This would create a peaceful society and country. These differences make us appreciate our own system. Canada has inherited two systems of law, civil law from the French and common law from the English. British common law, also called traditional law, is the law that has evolved from the decisions of English courts going back to the Norman conquest in 1066. These earlier decisions set precedents, which are used in future cases of a similar nature. Precedents can be changed by new laws or statutes passed by the appropriate government. Law in all the provinces except Quebec is based on common law. For historical reasons, Quebec has a hybrid legal system. Private law follows the civil law tradition originally applied in what was then New France. Public law was made that of the conquering British after the fall of New France in 760. We must understand the development of law over time so as to appreciate the fact that law does reflect the changing nature of society and its values. Think about changes in technology and communication and how laws have to be passed in order to cover these new developments.